Hello everyone, my name is Abhishek and welcome back to my channel. First of all, I'm super excited to announce that our MLOps Zero to Hero course is live now on Udemy. In today's video, I'll talk about the course, I'll talk about the course syllabus, who should take this course, and also I'll answer all your questions about this course. So make sure you watch this video till the end. Let's get started. I'll start with few questions that you people have. The first question, what exactly is this course? As the name explains, this is MLOps Zero to Hero. That means anyone who is interested in machine learning operations, they can be a fresher, experienced person, non-IT background, they can get started with this course and they can master MLOps through practical learning. So we covered a lot of demos in this course. In fact, everything that you learn in this course has the theory part and also practical implementation of the concept. Another question that people have, what are the prerequisites? I have already answered this question before. Let me explain this again. You just need to have fundamental understanding of DevOps. That means you don't need to be a DevOps engineer, but you should at least understand the basics of Docker, Kubernetes, virtual machines. Again, you don't have to be an expert, but you should at least understand this terminology and why these tools are used. If you know this, then you can be from any background, you can take this course and you can master machine learning operations. Do you need to know the fundamentals of machine learning as well? Again, a lot of people ask me this question. No, it is not required because in this course, I've covered what is machine learning, what is machine learning lifecycle, what is a model. In fact, we have taken 3 different models to understand MLOps tools. So I haven't explained the MLOps tools without taking a model or without training a model. Every time we learn a tool, for example, when we learn about MLflow, I have taken a wine prediction model. I've explained how exactly this model functions, how to train this model, how to store the model in the registry, everything that you need as an MLOps engineer. Everything that is part of this course is from my personal journey, how I learned MLOps and how I started freelancing in the space of MLOps. So you can definitely trust the process because this course is designed by someone who learned MLOps and who started freelancing in the space of MLOps. Now, this took me 3 months to design this course. Yes, you heard this right. Usually, I don't take this much of time to design a course and create the course. But this time, it was difficult even for me because the fundamental idea of this course is to help people learn MLOps from zero. There are a lot of prerequisites, so I try to cover them as part of this course. And also, I wanted to make sure everyone understand the concepts well. They understand how data scientists work, how ML engineers work, and how ML ops engineers especially work in collaboration with data scientists as well as ML engineers. This was the most tricky part for me. You know, creating a clear separation between data scientist role, ML engineer role, and ML ops engineer role. There is not much documentation available out there. There are not many examples available out there. So I had to create my own models. I had to create the Python scripts for it. I had to create the models and I had to make sure, you know, explain you clearly how data scientists work in creating the model, how ML engineers make this model production ready, and how ML ops engineers deploy the model, help in accelerating the ML lifecycle, and also how serve the model for inference. So this is why it took a lot of time for me to design this course and create the videos within the course. I'm sure these are some common questions that you people have. Now let me quickly go through the course syllabus for you to make sure if at all you have any more questions, they are also cleared. Once I go through the course syllabus, once I go through the lectures, you will understand the flow of this course as well. Let's see the course syllabus now. So the course start with introduction of the course. You know, the first section is all about me explaining what exactly is this course, what is the GitHub repository that you have to follow for this course. This is a special part because every lecture in the course comes with notes, and the notes is shared using a GitHub repository. I've also shared the link to the GitHub repository within the course. Then we'll head to the actual part, introduction to MLOps. Although this is a second section of the course, this is most likely, like the first section of the course, because we will start with understanding what is machine learning and what is a model. As I told you, even if you have zero understanding of machine learning, it's totally fine because I have covered those fundamentals in the course. Then in the same section, we will learn how is a model created in real time, what is MLOps, machine learning lifecycle, and also the clear difference between a data scientist role, ML engineer role, and MLOps engineer role. This is complete theory part, but I know you all want to learn things in practical. So section 3 covers the same things, but using the practicals. So in section 3, I've taken a demo project and I have explained how data scientists work without MLOps practices in creating the model, in training the model, in saving the model. And in the next lecture, using the same project, I explained how MLOps engineers can accelerate the process for data scientists, how MLOps engineers can introduce practices like continuous training. In the next lecture, we learned the role of ML engineer, what exactly ML engineer does in a project, and how ML ops engineers can help ML engineers with model deployment. Section 4, we learned about data versioning and data version control. Again, this is very important because a lot of times people just focus on version control system for the source code control, but it is also very important to understand data versioning and how data versioning is implemented using DVC. So in this section, you will learn the same thing, why Git is not good enough and why you need DVC for MLOps. And also through a project, you will learn how to implement DVC in real time. We used AWS environment here and S3 buckets for integration with DVC. In section 5, you will learn about experiment tracking. And as part of this section, you will also learn about ML flow. It's not that I have covered the basics of ML flow, but I have covered the detailed installation of ML flow, how to set up ML flow on Kubernetes, and how to set up ML flow in a production way using Postgres database as well. Once the setup is done, I've also implemented ML flow integration with DVC using wine prediction model. So we have taken a model. I have explained how to implement DVC for it and how ML flow can implement experiment tracking for the model. Also visually, I explained how to compare two different experiments or two different runs within an experiment using ML flow. Everything that MLOps engineers need to know. In section 6, you will learn the fundamentals of model deployment and model serving. If you ask me, this is one of the critical responsibilities of MLOps engineers. So that's why I focus more on model deployment and serving. You will learn what are the different ways in which deployment and serving can be implemented. For example, through virtual machines, through containers, through Kubernetes, using platforms like KServe, and using managed services like AWS SageMaker. You will learn all of that. I mean, the theory part of all of that in section 6. End of section 6, you will also learn about intent classifier model, the model which we will use in the next sections for implementing model deployment and serving. In section 7, you will learn deployment and serving using virtual machines. So I explained how to set up AWS VPC, how to set up networking within it, how to set up your models within the virtual machines, expose them through WSGI, Nginx reverse proxy, load balancer, everything like a production environment. In section 8, I've covered model deployment and serving, but this time using Kubernetes. I explained how to containerize the models, how to store the containers using a model registry, how to prepare Kubernetes environment for the models, how to deploy models on Kubernetes, and also how to set up ingress for the models, just like how to set up gateway API for the models. In section 8, you will learn about KServe. So KServe is a very important platform and it makes deployment and serving super simple for MLOps engineers. Also, KServe makes model inference very simple. So I covered the details of KServe, the architecture of KServe, how to implement end-to-end deployment using KServe, how to create custom resource, that is the inference service, and also demo using our intent classifier model. I've also provided introduction to KServe for LLM ops. Finally, a detailed section about AWS SageMaker. This is my favorite section because in this section, I've explained something that is possibly not available anywhere on the internet. I explained how to set up SageMaker in real time using a demo. I'm talking about a production grade SageMaker setup, not randomly creating domain in SageMaker, user profile, but how to set up the domain and user profile using ABAC and how to integrate IAM within it so that people can access the SageMaker using their dedicated user profiles. Trust me, this is not that easy to implement, but using our demo and using the notes that I provided, you will find it extremely simple. Again, once we cover all of that, using SageMaker, I explained how to perform model deployment and how to create SageMaker endpoints for model inference. Then we have a section for continuous integration and continuous delivery, where we'll focus on Kubeflow, especially Kubeflow pipelines for pipeline orchestration. There is one video that is still pending. I'm still working on this CI/CD for ML using GitHub Actions, DVC, Argo CD, KServe, and Kubernetes. In fact, the notes for this section is done. I created the demo, but for some reasons, the demo was not looking great. So I plan to re-record the video. So this will be out in few days. If you take the course, you get this lifetime access. So whenever I upload this video, you will get a notification. Finally, the key takeaways where I walk through what did you learn within this course and also how to prepare resume for the course. I wanted to make sure anyone who takes this course, by the end of the course, they have a detailed resume. They have a resume so that they can apply for MLOps engineer roles. So I've also covered that section. How do you prepare a resume and project yourself as a MLOps engineer? So I've covered all of these things in the course. And also the fundamental idea is that, as MLOps keeps evolving, I'm pretty sure there will be new tools in the market. And whenever I feel a tool is important, I'll try to record the videos on YouTube and also keep this Udemy course updated with those tools, right? So that anyone can take this course, even 1 year down the line, 2 years down the line, even if the MLOps curriculum is updated, this course is also up to date. For now, if you're taking this in 2025, 2026, I'm pretty sure the course is already up to date. So this is the course syllabus. Now you might have one final question. What is the pricing of this course? Again, the idea for me is to keep this course affordable. So I have decided to launch this course at a price of 399 rupees INR. If you are taking this course in US dollars, that would be 9.99 US dollars. This is the least price you can get a Udemy course because Udemy does not allow instructor to sell the course below this price. So this is the least price an instructor can sell a course on Udemy. Of course, there is a simple clause here. Udemy does not allow instructors to sell the course at this price even throughout a month. Udemy only allows instructor to create 2 or 3 coupons. So right now, because I just launched the course, I've created the coupon using which you can get the course for 399 rupees INR or 9.99 US dollars. I'll share the link in the description as well as the pinned comment. This coupon, or you can even click on the link. This link will be valid only for the next 3 days. After that, the pricing of the course is completely decided by Udemy and offers they provide. I hope I have addressed all the questions that you have about this course. In case you feel I missed something, do let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you all in the next one. Take care.